Righty tighty then. Good evening, me old Sporadactyses, Dinkles, and Popty Bings. How the devil are you? I hope you're well. Right, you're joining us here. Hang on. Just turn this little pig of marine down. You're joining us here on the border, right on the border between England and Scotland. We've just come through to the side of Berwick upon Tweed. We're on the A1, of course. Excuse me. And we're going to be heading to place the other side of Midlothian. The main thing is for me tonight is to get up to the A1, across the 720 Edinburgh bypass, and get onto the A7. And then it's a place I'm going to in the morning. I've two drops on. I've one for there and one for some place at Broxburn. So I've already spoke to chap. The initial address I was sent looked a little bit tricky to get into, so I've got him drop me a pin basically. So he sent me details of it. I've had a look and it's pretty simple enough.
At the end of the road, turn left.
Yeah, baby. So basically what we're going to do, I've just had to have a 45-minute break. I'd done a little video before leaving Washington services, but it got a bit boring after 40 minutes. It was just same road. So at least on this little bit of a stretch now, we shall be able to get a bit of the coast road. Anyway, this is the border now. We just come into Scotland. I feel like I should be singing Scotland the Brave, but I know the tune. Seas at the side of me there. Weather-wise, it's cloudy on and off, showering and this, that and t'other all day, all afternoon. But road conditions are dry. So yeah, the plan is to just get up the road for about an hour. And then we'll call it a day. I may decide to stop at the end of the A1. I may decide to run onto the A7. I'm not sure yet. I'll know in a bit, basically, but there's mirrors, there's nothing behind us, so we don't have to worry about coming into two-way traffic again. I just thought this might be an interesting little run just on Fair One here, like just on course road, basically. We will get a view of the sea, and then it goes away again, and we're blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah, and it blah blah blah. Ticky tom tato. So anyway, I hope you're well. Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days. I did feel as if I'd not had any time off really this weekend. I ran back in Saturday, got back in yard for about 10 o'clock. By the time I put truck away and that, refueled up, and had a chat to my pal who was in yard for something. I left about 10:30. Went home, had a shower, got changed. Went meeting wife uptown. She was uptown looking for a wedding dress. We've got a family wedding coming up in August, you see. And she must have tried on 5 different dresses and didn't like any one of them. So there was always something wrong with it. I thought all 5 looked alright, but that was just my opinion, do you know what I mean? So we didn't end up getting a wedding dress, we ended up getting some dinner instead. Then we went home later on. And I said, I'm absolutely knackered, me love. I said, I need to go to bed for half an hour. I said, don't leave me in for long. I said, I'll be an hour at most. I went to bed at 3 o'clock. And I woke up about 6:10. So she'd left me there. But it was alright. Potted about Sunday. And then got ready for work yesterday. So yesterday morning I went to tip that load of hay that I loaded on Friday. Up to the place the other side of Lockerbie, then ran back into Lockerbie, dropped the empty trailer, picked up a loaded one with a load of rebar steel for Motherwell, and one of the most horriblest reverses I've ever known. I've done it a few times so I don't crack, but it still gets you every time. It's horrible backing into bays 1 and 2 through a hole in a brick wall. You can't see. It's on your good side, but it's like a good side, blind reverse, if that makes sense. I then come out of there, ran back down to Lockerbie and picked up a load of timber for Sheffield, where I've been today. got that timber off this morning, then ran up to Pollington and put this load of concrete on. Well, hooked up to a trailer that was already pre-loaded with this concrete. So I've 2 drops on tomorrow. One, as I say, up the way here. Place got a Bonnie rig I'm going to. And then the other one is somewhere in Broxburn. Well, that's tomorrow's market. I know roughly where I'm going now tomorrow. I've had a look at it and whatnot before. Rang the fella. So there's not going to be anybody in there till 7 o'clock. So I've no rush to get up there, basically. And because where I stayed at Sheffield last night, I was right on doorstep, literally outside the yard of where I was tipping this morning. Meant I didn't have to clock on this morning till 7 o'clock. Time now is 20 to 6. So we're just going to run it up for an hour. Just get to end at A1 basically, then we'll decide from there what crack is. Expecting more rain. All these cameras haven't been in use for a few weeks, I don't know why. I am checking mirrors and that, but I'm just not calling it out at the moment. However, there is a car now burning down on me from behind, so we know it's there, we'll just monitor it. Today's Tuesday, obviously. So we're out all week, we're out and about, we're in with a shout. Yeah, it's coming up behind us now, this car. We just know it's there. Just expect it might want to overtake, as you see when it gets a good bit of straight road in front of it. There's a car in this lay-by up on left. There's somebody just got in it now in the driver's side. Indicators just come on. They've obviously just started the engine. They're going to pull out, and there's mirrors. Where's that car behind me? They've gone out, they've gone. Let me just stop for a pee or something. I know you like my singing. I know I'm a terrible singer. There you go. The road conditions are still dry. This car's still behind us, but it's keeping a reasonable distance now. It's just backed off a little bit. Traffic's medium. Coming towards us. No issues. Another 2 cars now coming up behind the one behind us. I don't know where they come from. They just come from nowhere. I think they hide in bushes waiting for me to come past, and they just say, oh, he's here, come on, get behind him. So have you been following that football? I'm not really into football. I thought I'd put it on the other night because I'm a bit, patriotic. I'm English, and it was on, and I watched a bit. I watched about 25-30 minutes of it, and I was losing the will to live. It was absolutely boring and shite. I just thought, this is absolutely crap. But then they ended up winning 2-1, didn't they? So fair play to them. No, it's not for me, football. If it's on, I'll watch it, because if it's England, I'm English. If it's on, I'll watch it. But it was rubbish. I just find it overrated football. I really do. I always have. You know, it's each to their own. That's not to say, you know, what's good for one man's not necessarily good for the next. If you're a football fan, then every credit to you. But I think I'd rather than watch it again, I'd rather shave my own scrotum with the lid off a rusty corned beef tin. Dry shave my own scrotum. Nice little steady line of traffic now. It's just the three. No, there's two pulled off actually. It's just the two cars behind us now. One's pulled off, whatever the case may be. Coming in towards a dual carriageway section now, so again, mirrors. I'm just expecting these two to overtake me very shortly. This one's closed right up my arse now because it knows dual carriageway's coming. Here it comes. Get the pair of them past us and we'll be right. Again, I'm no expert, you know what I mean, so I'm not trying to do driving instructional videos when I do these videos. I'm just thinking out loud basically. I'm just talking about what I'm seeing, what I'm reacting to and stuff like that. Every day's still a school day and it always will be, as long as I'm driving, basically. You ever get a job down there, there's a 14-foot bridge. Trust me, it is 14 foot. I once had a job the other side of that with the Green and White Army. And the job we was going to, they were chipping all these trees and that. It was literally just the other side of that railway bridge. Up the hill a bit. What a carry on it was to try and get round it. We had to divert round it, and I ended up having to go for frigging miles to get round it. And once you'd done job, you couldn't get back out because I was like 15'4", and no matter how much you try, 15'4" will not go under 14 foot, even if you take tyres off. You know what I mean? Never mind let them down, even if you took them off. Yeah, it was a bloody nightmare trying to get round that bridge. I always remember that one. A few years ago now. Churnside, the place is called, the area. I think it must be a little village or something. But I'd done a job the other side of there at T1, so you had to come up, and then I managed to get away through like and round, but we were looking at all sorts of roads on maps, me and this other fella. There was a turning before there, what would have took you in, but we'd missed that completely. We'd missed it completely, so we ended up having to come further up here, then turn, and then, oh, fucking nightmare, like, yeah. It was a nightmare. Oh, that was then, this is now. That was a few years ago. Coming out's always easier, you know what I mean? There's one car now really much talk about on this particular session. We're just driving along. There's just still this one car behind us. There's no issues. I've not really much to talk about, really. If anything comes up, I'm sure we will. Just enjoy the ride, eh? Yeah, I ended up having turned down because I'd missed that one way into it. I had turned down there and walked through towards Duns and come back on myself. It felt like an eternity. Car now coming up behind this one behind me, so that's come from nowhere. But it's come from somewhere. Everybody's come from somewhere. The traffic's getting a bit busier coming towards us now. That were on fire a few weeks ago. Miraculously, it's now been knocked down. Yeah, there was a building there and it was on fire a few. It had been derelict for a long time, but it was just miraculously on fire a good few weeks ago as I was driving past. I think the time fire engine would have got to it, it would have burnt through. So it's been flattened. So it's surprising, isn't it, how a building can stand derelict for years and then all of a sudden it miraculously just randomly catches fire. And within a few weeks it's flattened. I wonder whether there's some planning permission being granted for something. Do you know what I mean? Or there's planning permission in progress. Who knows? It's miraculous that, isn't it? Something can stand up for so long, derelict, never been touched, never been scratched, and all of a sudden it just randomly catches fire in the middle of nowhere where fire engines are miles away. The mind boggles. Coming up to dual carriageway again, some mirrors. This 4x4 is going to take us. There's actually 3 cars behind that now, so they're going to have us and all. A Hilux, is that Toyota? Start seeing sea again shortly. We're going to be starting coming back into single file two-way traffic, so just mirrors. There's this van, there's a car in distance racing on towards us now. They're obviously going to think, oh, we'll get past this truck. Nobody wants to get stuck behind the truck, you see. They just seat wagging and think, oh, bollocks to that, I'm not getting stuck behind him. So 400 yards. He should just pass us, this thing. He gets his foot down. There's also another one further back, but that's going to have no chance of getting to us in time, I don't think. Just mindful. Now back into single file. There's the sea again. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. It's beautiful on a nice sunny day. This coast in general, I think it's you get some really good sandy beaches on this east coast, and on a nice sunny day the sea's always crystal clear and blue. It looks beautiful. Cloudy day it looks like grey, and you know, if it's choppy out it just looks grey and churned up a bit with sand. just going round that corner. This car's now closed right up on me, it's up my rigged. So again, just monitoring it, but just worry that first chance it gets and first opportunity it'll be past us. Signs out for a roundabout.
500 yards.
Just start backing
Go
him off.
round the roundabout. Second exit.
Straight on at this roundabout, some mirrors, just backing him off. Just tickling and fettling. Some mirrors,
Go round the roundabout.
just wanting to know where this
Second
car is now,
exit.
just monitoring it. So just looking over to the right there, quick glance to the left. Nothing coming from right, nothing coming from left. Mirrors again. Car's still behind me. Over towards this curb, signals on now, mirrors all the time as we're coming through. Car's following me round, so mirrors as we're coming off. Mirrors as we come out, signals off. Where's that car? It's still with us. It's just sticking its nose out now on the right hand side. So again, first chance it gets, it'll whip by us. Yeah, it looks right choppy out there, does that see? Some mirrors. Nice stretch for it to pass us now if it wants to. Just entered into a place called East Lothian. We're going to Mid Lothian. I could have parked there for me, but I'm not a million miles away from where I need to be, but I'd rather get as close as I can to it, you see. I've more than enough time. I've even enough time to go and have a look at the job and see if I can park out right outside the bloody place. But it does look like a tight single track road, so if I can't get to it or on site, the job's knackered in it, and I've got to turn round then and come back out and find something parked. So we'll get to end at A1, probably go on to Edinburgh bypass, and then we'll start looking at somewhere on A7. Or again, I might just call it a day and end at A1. Feel that breeze outside now. That was a bonny big lay-by then, though. It looked alright, didn't that? Again, another sign for a 14-foot bridge. This entire area seems surrounded by 14-foot bridges. I don't think when they built this railway they had any comprehension of how high vehicles would get in the future. It's a lovely little house just tucked away down there, but stunning views like all out to sea and that, but would you really want to live right next to a power station, do you know what I mean? I do like Scotland, me though, I really do. I love Scotland, in fact. I don't just like it, I love it. I love Scotland. I think one day, when I'm older, and I don't have to drive a wagon anymore, I'd like to be in the position to retire up to Scotland. I don't want just anywhere in Scotland though, I'd like the Highlands, I would. Inverness or something. Right up there, like. Inverness, or I would like to say Aviemore, but I don't think Aviemore because there's not that much going on. Inverness, you've always got the hustle and bustle, so just mirrors, there's nothing behind us. He's gone past. Yeah, you've got the hustle and bustle of Inverness. It's always busy. There's always something going on. Plus, I like live music. You know what I mean? So there's always pubs with. Well, what they'll be like in 20 years' time when I retire in 20 years, I don't know. It's just looking up ahead. So 5 in front's braking, followed by 4, 3, 2, 1. There's something going on up ahead. So we're just poised, ready, mirrors. Just start backing him off. Everything's just bunching up now, braking. I did see what looked like the grab of a big tractor arm stroke digger thing as well, so that might be holding people up, I don't know. just looking up there, it looks like a decent long line of traffic. Yeah, who knows what will be in 20 years' time, whether the pubs will still be open, live bands and music will still be going ahead, I don't know, but I would like to get in a position in the next 20 years' time to retire up to somewhere like Inverness. Just become an old fart, listening to music. When I was younger, when I was a lad, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, I'd like to do that. Hopefully the wife will be up for that. Hopefully we're both still alive, who knows? Who knows what's round the corner, eh? Yeah, that traffic's going all the way up, so there's something going on there. I hope they're not shutting bloody bypass, bloody road again. The last time I come up here at this time of night, they closed the frigging thing for overnight roadworks to divert everywhere with crap. Yeah, I heard some sad news at the weekend. A lad who I used to serve with in the army over 20 years ago, I heard he'd passed away. And he was a couple of years younger than me, so he'd probably be about 45, something like that. Yeah, no age, is it? The post I read, it just said due to sudden illness, which was not expected at all and come as a shock to everybody, so yeah, he's dead. His funeral's actually this Friday at Colne, C-O-L-N-E, Colne in Lancashire. But I won't be able to make it because I don't know where I'm going to be on Friday, do you know what I mean? I mean, I've not seen the lad I haven't seen the lad for 20 years. But he was always alright, he was always alright with me, he was a good lad with me. It's, I don't know, I suppose it gives you a sense of your own mortality, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because you don't know what's around the corner, do you? I'm not going to mope on it for too long, but I'll spur a thought. I'll take a moment's silence and spur a thought for him on Friday. Well, I'm spurring a thought for him now, obviously. Yeah, it's such a shame. So we're moving again, so we don't know what that hold-up was, but there's something turned left down there. There's a white car. Who knows what was going on? Just mindful, yellow car here, little canary budgie coming to junction on right. Just mindful, mirrors. Nice big long line of traffic behind us now. It's surprising, isn't it? You get one bit what bunches up, and suddenly vehicles just appear from nowhere. So we're just coming into dual carriageway a bit now, so I'm expecting a lot of vehicles start coming past us. There's one. They've all realised now we can get past this wagon. Get your foot down, Margaret. Maureen, get your foot down, love, we'll get past him. But sadly, some of them wait till the last minute when you're coming out at the last 200 yards, and then they all, charge at once. It's like the bloody charge of the light brigade. However they play trumpet, I don't know. Mirrors, road's a little bit bumpy. Brake lights coming on up ahead in lane 2 and now in lane 1. There is a big yellow vehicle up ahead with its orange flashing lights going. That's what was causing the problem before. So mirrors, we're just closing in on it. I'm going to signal now and come over. I think it's probably a wide load actually. It is, it looks to be a wide load. It's nearly an escort or something with it. So mirrors, 2 wide loads. This would have been what was causing the problem. Just coming off that gas. Oh, they're actually combine harvesters or something. It's agricultural machinery anyway. So mirrors. Mirrors again. We're back in progress. Yeah, I dug out a couple of old photographs from an old collection I have over the weekend, and I was looking through them. It was when we were in Canada at Bathurst, and it's like the photographs I found was from the year 2000 when I was over in Canada with Thermy. This lad in particular is on a couple of photographs, and I was looking at a picture of about 6 of us on one photograph, and I thought, Jesus, how young do we all look? Do you know what I mean? How young do we all look like? I'd have been 25 years. I was 20. Well, I would have been 25 year old. Just mirrors, just mindful. 1 now, 2 now in lane 2, coming from maybe overtake us. Just start backing him off, just rolling up to this roundabout. I'm going to put it over towards this white line, but not on it. Just mirrors again, just looking from right. Traffic is getting a bit heavier. 2 junctions coming from right, they're looking like they're coming out. Which way are they going? Nope, nobody's going my way, we're straight out. Not hanging about. Just over towards this curb, signals on now, mirrors as we're coming round. Again, over towards this white line so we don't cut up this curb on our left. So mirrors as we come out, mirrors again, just wondering where this car is, what's following us right roundabout. Signals off, mirrors again, progress. Yeah, and I thought, Christ, we look so young, you know what I mean? And to be honest, I know 24 years have passed by, but it seems like it's flown by. It really does. It seems like it's absolutely. It doesn't seem like 2 minutes ago. It seems like it bloody flown by. And just in that one photograph alone, I think to myself, there's my youth gone. Do you know what I mean? Well, mid-20s, 25-year-old, in my prime, in my pom. You know what I mean? I was in my pom at 25. Like, I was in my physical prime. Like, where have them years gone? You know, I'm pushing 50, so it's nearly 25 years ago. Just mindful, mirrors. Don't think there's anybody in this thing, but yeah, there is actually. There's a chap sat in it. I say life begins at 50. I said that at 40. And Christ, the last decade's bloody flown by. Yeah, life begins at 50. Why not? Just mirrors. Just looking here. Coming up. We are approaching a roundabout. Just mindful of whatever this jargon's saying now. City bypass, 25 miles.
After
25 minutes in.
Yards.
Just come off that gas, we're just rolling down. Just offer him up, just rolling down. Second exit, so just following signs for Edinburgh A1. Just coming in towards a place called Dunbar now. Again, I think we've been rolling on for about 30 minutes now, about half an hour-ish. So I'm not going to make this a long video. I may even call it a day further down here at the end of the A1. And once I get onto City of Edinburgh bypass, there's nowhere to park up there, like, but there's still a couple of decent laybys down here as yet. So I'm in no hurry. We can call it a day down here, it's no problem. The people are not getting on site till 7 o'clock in the morning. The time now is 10 past 6, so I'm not in any particular hurry. Still 27 miles from Edinburgh as yet. I think we're going to be on microwave meal tonight, beef and black bean sauce tonight. That's for tea, pal. That's the way the cookie's going to crumble tonight, mate. That's a decent enough lay-by. I could have had that, but I don't really like parking on them kind of laybys. I like being set back off road a little bit, because you park on them laybys, if you don't get on that curb, there's enough gap for get a truck on, you know, get your passenger side wheels on curb. If you don't, then you're right on the edge of the road, and you're rocking all night when someone's coming past you. Do you know what I mean? You are rocking on all night. So if I see a decent sized lay-by now, but set back off the road, we're going to have it, and we'll call this video a day. Because there's no point me rushing on when I can't get in till 7 o'clock in the morning. I know where I'm going. He's dropped me a pin for the site. I've spoke to the man on the telephone earlier on. So I don't have to set sail too early in the morning. As long as I get there for about 7 o'clock, fingers crossed they'll have me up and away, and then I can get on to my next job and then go from there. And what I might do when I get parked up is have a look where my next job is and look where I'm going. Do you know what I mean? Rather than sitting about on site tomorrow and I can't go anywhere yet because Satnav's not told me where I'm going. I like to, don't get me wrong, I have this Satnav on, of course I do, I have it on, but I don't live by it and swear, you know, follow it to the letter, because it will get you in trouble. It's just handy, this, for if there's any specific road closures or you need to divert at last minute, this thing will find you a route and pick it up. But I do not follow this to the letter. Some people follow it to the letter and they end up in a fucking world of shit. 9 times out of 10, you've got all the information you need about the job you're going to. You've got a telephone number, which is the most important bit, is a telephone number. A contact number and details so you can ring. You've got an address and a postcode. I've got a map up there on the top bunk. I've got Google Earth. Do you know what I mean? I can have a look and find alternative routes in and whatnot. Google Earth is just the map, what's been transformed onto a computer, uploaded onto a computer. But the most important thing is the telephone and a contact name and number. Where some people will just look at it, press that, well, Satnav says that's where I'm going, and you end up in a world of shit. Satnav should not be trusted. They really shouldn't. Especially if you get given a wrong postcode or a wrong address. Once you're committed, you're knackered, you're in a world of shit. Especially all round here off these coastal roads, do you know what I mean? Yeah, next big lay-by, what's offset off-road, if there's space in it, we're going to get in it. We're going to call it a day. We're going to call it a night, I think. Just coming inland somewhat now. The sea's out there, but it's a fair distance out there now. We've come inland a little bit. Yeah, see these lay-bys here? There's just enough room for hitching up on there with your tyres. And it just sets you back off the road, but otherwise you're right on these white lines and you're rocking all night when vehicles, heavy goods vehicles are passing you. Because this is a busy road of a night time. It's a busy road in general, isn't it? I could do with a good sleep tonight. I slept last night, but I was watching a film on YouTube last night and I didn't have to get up too early, you see, so I put my light out later on and then I went to sleep and then something woke me up in the middle of the night. It was a car knocking about around where I was parked. They weren't up to no good, they were probably like this, I don't know, a young couple canoodling or something. And you can never get back sleep properly then, can you? Once you've been awake, you're on edge, you're thinking, what's happening here? Somebody after me minting me fuel or what, you know what I mean? So I'll sleep well tonight, I hope. Like I said, the main job is get parked up, get my tea on, ring my better half, have a chat with her, and then I can break your head down. I'm not messing on watching videos on YouTube tonight, I'll be head down. Head down, lad. Head down. Job sorted. That all's. I have done a little video earlier on from Washington Services. I might upload it later, I don't know. I've got 2 videos over today. I'm not one for just posting videos for the sake of it. Do you know what I mean? It's, oh, here we go, what's this? No, keep doing, no, keep doing. Again, it's just a sliver. There's no behind us. I could get it in on there. That's okay for an emergency. I'm sure there's another big one coming up. Just see the mountains in the distance, so you know you're coming into like towards proper Bonnie, Scotland, I do. I'm not one for just posting video after video, because this channel's not monetised. I know when I've had a couple of viral videos, YouTube seems to stick its own ad on. When it gets over 100,000 views or 50,000, YouTube puts its own adverts on. I don't make a penny out of this channel, I really don't. So it's not in my interest to post video after video after video, trying to make money off you all from watching ads. I'm not trying to sell you anything. The only thing I'm selling is myself. I'm my own USP. I'm my own unique selling point. So that I don't edit the videos in any way, shape or form. I just press record and off we go, and I press stop at the end. Sometimes if I've done a video for like 40 odd minutes or an hour and I think it's boring, I'll scrap it, but I'll just pick up certain points out of it. Like I'll clip a 5-minute section out of it and then I'll upload that instead. But no, I don't make a penny from YouTube. It's never been my goal to make money out of YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I've had some videos what's gone viral and over 200 odd thousand views, and I had one a while back what had over 500,000 views. I frigging wish I'd have monetised that, because I would have made a few quid out of it. But unless you're like putting videos on all the time and you need to be getting like 50,000 plus views, then you can start making a few quid out of it. But the one thing I find annoying as shit when I'm watching YouTube now, it's just gone like, everybody treats YouTube as a commercial business these days. There's no fun in it anymore. And I don't think there's any authenticity in it either. Everybody just wants to make money. They all think they're the next Casey Neistat, you know what I mean? And everybody wants to make a living as a vlogger. And I'm just not for it. It's not my kind of thing. It's not my cup of tea. I think it loses, once you start treating, personally, it's just my personal views, but I think once you start treating YouTube and social media in general, same with Facebook and that, once you start treating it as a business, I think you lose all your authenticity and your genuineness. You just become all about making money then. And I'm not about that. I'm really not. I've never been money orientated that way. Just mirrors. It's looking like it's going to rain again later on. Here comes the rain again. Hoochie coochie coo and a tiddly porter and pray to pie. Baby, talk to me like lovers do. Walk with me. You're my little coochie coo. Stars in your eyes, stars in your bloody minds. Just mirrors, there's an Arctic coming, closing up on me. It's a distance off yet. Again, slip road here, so monitoring that Arctic, but I've just got to take my eye off that mirror for a minute and just look down these edges, see if anything's coming up. Mirror. There is a car now coming up this slip road, but I think we're going to spit out just before it. It's a distance away. Meanwhile, this Arctic's closing up on me. Just monitor this again now. again, I'm now thinking, where am I going to park for the night? We've probably done about 40 minutes now, maybe more, and I think that's going to be enough for this video. So I'm thinking, where am I going to park for the night now? So the first big lay-by, what's set back off the road, I'm in it. If there's space in it. I don't want to end up in a slither. Time now is 6:21, 21 minutes past 6, so I need to be getting parked up now next half an hour if I keep my timing right on a 13. I don't need to win a 50 into a 15. There's no point, it won't benefit us. We can't get into this site till 7 o'clock in the morning anyhow. So next half an hour we need getting parked up really. I just see a sign for a lay-by up there and I can see a truck in it, some mirrors. If this is set back, we'll have it. There's something in it. Nope, I'm seeing things. It's not a lay-by, it's actually a bloody road sign. Not this green one coming up. It's actually the white road sign the other side. I thought it was our end of a truck before. I thought I saw a sign for parking lay-by. Not this green and white sign, that big white sign there with directions to off the roundabout, Haddington and Huntington and all, Aberlady. I thought that were our end of a truck from a distance, because I'd seen sign for parking. So just mirrors, just mindful. One coming down Slip Road, car coming overtaking me now. So this guy's going to have to watch here. We're going to have to watch it, doesn't spit out of us. There's nothing I can do, I'm committed. There's two cars overtaking us. Again, apologies if you're that motorist there, but I was committed. I'm not slamming on. It's up to the vehicle to adjust their speed accordingly to join the motorway or the dual carriageway safely. It's not up to me to move over or slow down. If there were no coming, I would have slowed down. Here comes that Arctic now, what's been chasing us on. If there was no coming past me in lane 2, I would have moved over for it, but I couldn't. Flash this guy back in. I'm also going to be mindful because this white car might decide to get annoyed with me now and brake check me. You never know. They probably won't, but you just never know. Because I've had people do that to me before. Exact same situation there. Then when they've come past me, they just brake check me. I think, why? Why are you being a twat with me for? Do you know what I mean? I will always try and be courteous and move over if I can. But when you're committed like that, the vehicle's overtaking you, you can't. There's a sign here for the services, we're not bothering with that. Little bit local services anyway. Tranent or Tranant, whatever the case may be. There is another couple of big lay-bys, yeah, I'm sure of it. "24 minutes past 6. So again, we need to be getting parked up soon. We'll be coming towards the end of the A1 soon as well though. Not a million miles away from Dunbar. Until we get to Edinburgh bypass, you see. So I need to be finding a big lay-by. If needs be, time's rocking on, I'll just put it in next available one. We'll bump it up on curb slightly. I do not want to go into a 15, I've no need to. Now there is some parked up on the left hand side here. Further down, I'm sure it's a truck. This could be a decent lay-by. Just come off that gas and we'll have a look. Can we get on back of these? I don't think we can, you know. No, we're not getting on back of that, no chance. Keep going. I thought it would be a decent lay-by. There's no behind us. It's also getting to that time of night as well, where lay-bys are starting to fill up now. I think to be on the safe side, I'm just going to park it in next available lay-by, whether it's a big one off the road or not. It's now 26 minutes past 6. Time just flies, it comes from nowhere when you start wanting to get parked up. There's the sea again. I'm sure there's a big lay-by just down here. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of eggs are eggs, but I can't remember how far down it is. When sod's law, if I pull into the next little lay-by, I'll get up in the morning, I'll drive half a mile down the road, there'll be a great big bastard. Full of big uns from Wigan. By a quarter of a mile ahead. I think we're going to have this one. I don't want to risk it, you see. We're going to have this. This will do us. This is going to have to do us for me. I've been rocking about a bit, but this is us for me. I'm not going any further now. Oops. This is us for neat. It's not worth going any further. I'm just going to put my nose up onto here. Just get me off the road a little bit. This will do us for neat. Just back him up a touch. Just keeps me off the road. If I don't put my nose up there, if I don't put a wheel on this curb and get off that road, I'm rocking all night, you see. You'll still feel it when someone comes past you going fast. But it is what it is. Right, I've been your old mate Borathea. Once again, you, my friend, have been beautiful. But for now, I am out of here. I'll just do a print out. Join me again when we're out and about and in with a shout. We've nearly done an hour. I'll see you later. I'd rather park here. You're guaranteed it's sod's law. I'll go half a mile down there and that great big frigging lay-by offset off road will come up. But trouble is, you go half a mile down the road and that might be absolutely chock-a-block and then I end up going into a 15. I'll see you later. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.